Earth, a 4.5 billion year old planet made up of land, sea, sky, and all the creatures that live on the planet with us. About 71% of the Earth's surface is water, yet we know more about outer space than our oceans. Though scientists have learned vast amounts of information about some species living in the oceans, they have yet to shine light on some of the most magnificent yet most vulnerable animals of all time. Whales. Whales are classed in the kingdom Animalia, the phylum Chordata, meaning they are vertebrates, and the class Mammalia, mammals. The order Cetacea includes whales, dolphins, and porpoises, and whales can be divided into two suborders, baleen and toothed whales. Baleen whales that you will see in this documentary, such as the humpback whale and the blue whale, have baleen plates, a comb-like fringe on their upper jaw that they use to filter feed. Baleen whales also have two blowholes, whereas toothed whales only have one. Toothed whales, like the beluga whale and the sperm whale, have small teeth that they use to prey upon other fish, squid, and small marine mammals. As all whales are mammals, they breathe air, are warm-blooded, and feed their young milk. Life cycles can vary quite dramatically from species to species, but roughly divided, most life cycles can be split into the three stages: the baby stage, the adolescent stage, and the adult stage. The baby stage. Baby whales are called calves. Generally, a single calf is born, tail first likely, in order to prevent drowning, and twins are extremely rare. The newborn calf is usually 1/4 to 1/3 the length of its mother. The baby stage runs from birth until the calf is weaned, during which time the calf frequently nurses on the mother's milk. Baleen whales will wean their calves by the first summer when they are less than a year old, while toothed whales may take up to 3 years to be completely weaned. The adolescent stage. The adolescent or juvenile stage runs from the moment the calf is weaned to when it reaches sexual maturity, and again, this varies according to the species. Once weaned, juveniles will start to mix with whales of the same age and gender. Male juvenile whales will form bachelor pods and leave their original pod. They will start searching for sexually mature female whales with whom to mate. Female juveniles also start exploring outside their pod, but they are more likely to return to their matriarchal pod or to their mother. The adult stage. The adult whale's stage starts when the whale reaches sexual maturity. This can occur between the ages of 6 and 13 years, depending on the species. Breeding often takes place seasonally in migrating species, but in others, such as the sperm whale, it seems to occur through most of the year. In the adult stage, whales of both genders start searching for mates with whom to breed. Sexually mature whales migrate to warmer waters during winter to mate. This ensures that when they return the next year, their calves will be born in more temperate conditions. Mating takes place every 2 to 3 years, as the gestation period lasts normally for between 10 to 14 months. The blue whale is the largest animal on Earth, growing up to 25 meters and weighing an average of 120 tons. The humpback whale can grow up to 16 meters long and weigh 30 to 50 tons. Blue whales can live for 35 to 40 years, and the humpback whale can live for 45 to 50 years. This diagram was produced to show the 3 stages of the life cycle of the humpback and the blue whale. During the baby stage, the humpback whale is nursed with milk and weaned at about 11 months, and the blue whale is also nursed but weaned at about 7 to 8 months. In both whale species, the mother and the calf will stay together for a year or longer. At the adult stage, the humpback whale reaches sexual maturity at 6 to 10 years old and full maturity at 15 years old. And this is the same with the blue whale. For both species, breeding occurs mostly in winter to early spring, and the gestation period is around 11 to 12 months. Both blue and humpback whales breed in the winter to early spring near the surface in warm tropical waters. They will live here until their calf reaches about a year old and is ready for their first feeding experience. At this time, they will then migrate back to the polar waters during the summer months to eat. They live near the surface for most of this time, filter feeding on plankton, krill, and other small fish. Seeing as whales are mammals, they use the process of internal fertilization. Male whales, called bulls, and female whales, called cows, mate the same way as humans, except underwater. The two usually swim belly to belly or remain stationary. However, most whale species are monogamous and will mate with more than one partner. In humpback whales, the males compete for the female by singing. To win over the female, the males must either fight or sing. Once either whale has won the female over, the two will mate. With blue whales, they have a very elaborate ritual. The male and female roll around together and then take a deep dive into the ocean as they continue to communicate with each other, and upon their return to the surface, the two mate. Internal fertilization gives the embryo an extra chance of survival because the mom supplies everything that the embryo needs. Compared to external fertilization, it also cuts down on wasted sperm and eggs. Internal fertilization can also occur anywhere, as with external fertilization, the sperm and eggs may not develop properly due to the factors of temperature of the water, for an example. However, there are also disadvantages to internal fertilization, such as there is a limited amount of offspring being produced at any given time, and there is also a higher risk of STDs being passed on. The calf is born tail first, and the mother helps the calf to the surface using her flippers to allow it to take its first breath. The calf can swim within 30 minutes of its birth, and is born at 25 feet long and weighs about 6 to 8 tons. The mother will stay with the calf to protect it and nurse it for up to a year until returning to polar waters to feed. Within 10 seconds after birth, the calf instinctively swims to the surface for its first breath with the help and supervision of its mother. The baby is nursed with milk for about 11 months, drinking 100 pounds of milk a day. The mother will stay with the calf and protect it for up to a year. Beluga whales are on average 4.6 meters long and weigh up to 3,000 pounds. Beluga whales on average can live up to 25 to 30 years. Sperm whales have a life expectancy of over 70 years and can grow to be anywhere from 17 to 20 meters long and weigh 40 to 50 tons. This diagram shows the life cycles of beluga and sperm whales over the 3 stages of their life: the baby stage, the adolescent stage, and the adult stage. At the baby stage, the beluga is nursed with milk and weaned at about 20 to 24 months. Mothers with calves separate from the males of the pod to avoid conflict. The mother and calf may stay together for about 18 months. With the sperm whales, the baby is nursed with milk and weaned at about 2 years. Other female whales frequently assist with the birth by diving for food for the calf. At the adolescent stage, the beluga whale will reach its permanent color between the ages of 7 to 9 and reach puberty at about the ages from 3 to 5. With sperm whales, they will reach puberty at 5 to 7 years old. In the final adult stage, belugas will reach sexual maturity at 9 to 7 years. Breeding occurs mostly at late winter to early spring. Their gestation period is 15 months, and a calf is born to a female approximately every 2 to 3 years. Sperm whales reach sexual maturity at 9 to 10 years for females and 18 to 19 years for males, and breeding is not dependent on the seasons. Their gestation period is over 16 months, and a calf is born to a female only every 3 to 5 years. Beluga whales are opportunistic feeders and live in frigid Arctic and subarctic waters, but some populations migrate south to warmer water in the summer to bays and estuaries. During this time, they may migrate here to give birth and also to hunt and find food, as they are well adapted for both Arctic and warmer conditions. Sperm whales do not appear to stick to a migration pattern. Female whales and calves typically remain in tropical climates throughout the year, while male whales will make trips to colder locations when they aren't mating, and back to warmer tropical climates during the mating season. Belugas are amongst the most vocal whales. They use their vocalizations for echolocation, during mating, and for communication. They possess a large repertoire, as they can emit up to 11 different sounds, such as cackles, whistles, trills, and squawks. They also make sounds by grinding their teeth or splashing. Sperm whales populate in two groups, matriarchal pods and bachelor herds. When the males are fully matured, they live alone until breeding season, and then once again create male herds to seek out female pods. The pods and herds find each other with calls and a set of clicks used to communicate that are distinct with every sperm whale. When a male herd locates a pod of females, the males will then battle one another to attract a female from the pod. The mother beluga whale will separate herself from the males of the pod to ensure the safety of her calf. Other female belugas act as midwives during and after birth and may help the beluga to surface for its first breath or dive to help catch food for both the calf and the mother. Likewise, the sperm whale mother is very protective of her calf, and other females will also assist with the birth. One or two of the females will dive for food, as sperm whales are known for being the deepest divers, and the calf can't do so as it needs to surface more often.